So, I have been getting some messages, of course, over the last years. And people have been saying, okay, Denzo, thank you for your videos and thank you for your messages. And I have just discovered that I am a chosen one. So, what do I really do? Denzo, what is next? All right? To put the whole question in one, the people are simply asking about life purpose. Now, chosen ones, your life purpose will be revealed to you. And that purpose is going to be something you have never, ever in your entire life. You can take it from me. It is something you have never, ever imagined in your entire life for as long as you existed. It is going to actually take you by surprise. Now, let me tell you something, a brief story about myself. Very brief story. Back in the days, I had a massive awakening, spiritual awakening, very, very intensive. After dealing with the narcissist, I got a massive awakening. And eventually, from that point forwards, that is when my life actually changed. So, my life has never been the same. So in the early days of sharing, of course, as I continue to evolve in those days and get more enlightened and evolve and grow spiritually, I also thought that, okay, I'm going to start sharing this journey, my journey. But for me in the beginning, I was a bit skeptical because I was not really sure that I really want to share my experience with the narcissist. Yes, I discovered the narcissist, okay? But I was not sure that I wanted to share my experience with the narcissist. So what I did in those days, I was usually talking about relationships. So that was back then when I was on Facebook, back in those years. So I was okay, usually talking about toxic relationships. I would come sometime on live. I had a few followers in that time. But then you see, that thing happened for about 3 months. And then at some point in time, I did a video, and that video was about flying monkeys. So I was trying to approach narcissistic abuse, but I was trying to approach it from the background because I was not really sure what are people going to think about this. How are they going to perceive this message? Are they really going to accept this message for what it is and accept me for who I am, for that matter? Then I was like, okay, I'm going to make a video about flying monkeys. So in those days, I released the video. It was on Facebook. It was a live video. It was about flying monkeys. And ladies and gentlemen, that is when the universe opened my eyes. So I got feedbacks from people. People started reaching out to me. They were like, oh, it looks like you're talking about me and this, stuff like that, okay? And then, of course, I was like, okay, now that I'm getting some response from the video that I did in that time, I was now going to really push it further and dive deeper into narcissistic abuse. And that is exactly those moments that I took off, okay? But what am I saying here is that personally, I was not prepared. I was not even sure that I want to talk about this. I thought that it was supposed to be my secret, okay? I thought that narcissistic abuse was going to be my secret. I was going to keep it to myself. And then I'll just address things about relationships, toxic relationships. But the universe was like, no, Desamos, no. You did not go through this experience for nothing. There is something you saw. You cannot hide this from the world. You have got to share this with the world out there, okay? That is how I took off. Now, eventually other chosen ones, you might have a different experience, okay? You might have had, probably, you are destined for something else. It does not always mean that you might have to do what I'm doing. It may be part of your progress and part of your journey as well. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it is what you are going to do, okay? And most of the times, I'll guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, pre-awakening, you have usually endured a lot of toxicity in your life, and you have long time ago, diverted very far away from your path and your purpose. Every chosen one has got a specific assignment, all right? You have got something you're here to do. You may not be doing it at that moment. Like the guys who have been reaching out to me that, okay, so they have just discovered that they're chosen ones. What do they have to do? How do they move forward? You have got an assignment on this universe. You did not come here to do what everybody else is doing. You did not come here to live the normal, ordinary lives like everybody else. Yes, at some point in time, you are going to be involved doing things what other people do. It may be happening earlier on in your journey. But as the time goes on and as you evolve, you're going to discover, as a chosen one, that you're meant for something greater and you're meant for something bigger. And that is exactly what is going to take you by surprise, my chosen ones. All right? Now, what else am I saying in this video? You have got to make some sacrifices. There's going to be a lot of sacrifices. Because remember, like I've told you, I was not really sure what is my family going to think about me, okay? Then in those days, of course, I discovered that I was the black sheep of the family. And I was thinking, okay, what is my family going to think? What about my friends? You know what I mean? I was a bit concerned about the people that I used to know back in the days. So I was like, what are they really going to think about me? How are they going to accept me? Because I knew that I was changing. Because remember that when you go through this awakening, you start to go through a transformation process. You are transforming. I've even had that question recently from somebody. You are transforming physically. Everything about you is going to start changing. Because remember that as you dive deeper into your healing journey, you are now starting to shed a lot of skin, okay? You're changing physically. You're changing emotionally. Everything about you is changing. Even financially, you're going to change at some point in time. You're going to step into this abundance that was meant for you, all right? So, it is also important for you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that you are going to have to shed a lot of skin. There is people who are not going to understand you. There is your family members, there is your high school friends, there is your relatives. They will never understand you on this journey because this is not a journey that is meant for them. It is a journey that has specifically been crafted and designed for you. So it is your original, authentic path that you're supposed to take at a certain point in your life. But again, it is always going to take you by surprise and you will never see this coming, all right? Now, as you go on, as you continue to heal, and as you continue to spiritually evolve and grow, and of course step into this enlightenment, because awakening also puts you on this path of spiritual enlightenment. So you're going to get a lot of enlightenment in your life. You will usually start to peel off a lot of layers. You will start to see the truth for what it is, because remember that now you have actually worn these spiritual glasses. Now you can really see a lot of things that have been hiding behind the veil and the things that you are not even ready to see. Now what is really happening is that you are going through this step-by-step transformation. Sometimes it's a very slow process and as well a very painful one, okay? Now you're starting to discover so many things that were hidden from you by your family members, you know, from your schools, maybe sometime in your societies, in your traditions, in your churches. There is a lot of things that have been hidden from you because there is some people, the devil did not want you to discover your true authenticity so that you could become that person you came here to be, all right? Now, what is really happening is that as the layers peel off, you're going to start embarking on this journey, and sometimes it may start as something very small. So you may find yourself doing something very, very small. It may sometimes not even make a lot of sense. You will step on a path, okay? And that path sometimes, it is a part of the process because it is that path now that is going to lead you to the next one, okay? So your path usually will be crafted from, it will be like something, some kind of a design whereby you're going to step into something. You may start doing that thing, whatever it is you may want to do. You may start doing that thing. It may even sometimes be an invention. You can sometimes get into inventions and start creating something that you've never done before. Now you're going to follow that path. And along the journey as well, you're going to figure out that that path now is leading you to something else. And that something else will lead you to something else. Even sometimes you're going to experience a lot of different souls that you've never seen before. You have never even imagined in your entire life that you'll ever meet. They're going to start showing up in your life. And sometimes it is the universe which is guiding you and bringing these individuals forth into your life so that now these individuals can actually be a part of your growth and a part of your evolution, all right? Now that's when, of course, eventually something is going to open up. It's like, because remember I've told you guys, the journey of spiritual awakening, spiritual growth and evolution, it is not a direct path. So there's a lot of humps, there's a lot of bumps, there's a lot of storms, there will be rain, there will be sunshine, so there will be sometimes hindrances, there will be resistance from your family members, there will even sometimes be a lot of, sometimes you may even doubt yourself on your journey, but you have got to know that everything is going to happen according to divine order. So whatever is going to happen around your life, it is meant to be, all right? Now, like I've said, a lot of gates are going to start opening up in your life. My gate was different. Your gate may be another one. You may sometimes have had something that you were meant to do. It was a path originally crafted and designed for you. But you may have actually lost your path at some point in your journey. Now that path is going to start opening up and getting revealed to you so that now you can step into your full authenticity to become that person you came here to be. But I can still promise you, chosen ones, it is not something you have never done before. It is not something you've even ever imagined in your entire life. It will require you very big guts to do this. It requires a lot of strength. It is going to require you you are going to have to make extremely serious decisions about your life. But you are going to know that actually everything that is happening within your mind, everything you're thinking about at that time, it is according to divine plan. And there is some things you're supposed to let go. Because for you to be able to step fully in this path of spiritual growth and enlightenment and evolution, there is some things you're going to have to let go, okay? And normally the letting go is happening during this healing process. So if you're a person who wants to, like is what I've been saying over and over again in my videos, the journey of healing, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to embrace that healing journey. It is supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You're a person who is looking for spiritual enlightenment and growth. You have got to know, you have got to embark on a healing journey. This is something you have got to do. There's no other way around it, ladies and gentlemen. I can guarantee you this 110%. You're going to accept things for what they are. You're going to accept you're going to accept people for who they are. It is going to be sometimes very difficult because you may even sometimes notice that there is some people that are in your life. For example, it could be family members, it could be sometimes friends, it could be relatives. You are going to accept them for who they are because now you see what is happening is that God is showing you these individuals and He's showing you who they really are in front of you. And sometimes it's going to be also very difficult to accept this new reality that you're facing at this moment, all right? So you really need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that the evolution also requires a lot of sacrifices. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of things. But you're not sacrificing things because you want to hurt people. You're only sacrificing certain situations and things because you need to step out of that box. You need to get out of that slavery mindset and lack mindset. That mindset that has always kept you and held you a captive and a slave for a very long period of time. You are now starting to accept that this is what you are going to do, no matter what is going to happen to you, no matter what. It's like you have reached that point. It's like you have reached the edge of the cliff, and you're like, okay, so you're actually going to jump, or you're not going to jump. You're going to decide. You are at that point whereby you are making a very, very tough decision, ladies and gentlemen, to step into your authenticity. The universe will bless you along that journey. The universe will usually bring you the tools that you need. The universe is going to show you the people that are supposed to be a part of your journey. They're going to start showing up and coming from different corners of the earth. But there's one thing you've got to know, chosen ones. That assignment is going to take you by surprise, and it is going to be like none other than you've ever thought about in your entire life. There's a reason as to why normally chosen people, when they step onto these paths, very rare, strange, some people call them strange or rare paths, or sometimes even difficult paths, you're going to realize that actually a lot of people are even sometimes going to condemn you. They'll be thinking that, okay, so why did Desmos choose this path? Why did this person choose this path? Why have they decided to go that way? And why have they decided to go this way? They will sometimes come around and fight along with you. But that is because you're getting out of the shell. You're shedding skin, all right? And usually, there is people that are around you. They have usually been comfortable with you and have been seeing you in your lower self. They have been experiencing and seeing you in your lower self. So they were not used to experiencing you doing these things that you are now doing at this moment. Is why you're having a lot of resistance. Is why sometimes people are coming around and pointing a lot of fingers and sometimes even sabotaging your growth, or sometimes sabotaging your path, or sometimes bringing you down, or sometimes beating you down. They don't want you to grow, and they don't want you to evolve out of your comfort zone. All right? Your assignment, ladies and gentlemen, like I've said, it is going to require you to get out of your comfort zone. You are going to have to get out of that small little box, feeling sorry for yourself. Sometimes you're down there crying and feeling sorry for yourself, and all the time looking at somebody where the problem is, that was the problem, this is the problem. Get out of that mindset, ladies and gentlemen, because this assignment is going to require you to have a lot of strength, both physically, spiritually, emotionally. Every strength that you're going to need as a chosen one. It is a path that is meant for you. It is a path you're supposed to take in this lifetime. It is a path you're supposed to embark. And this is a path you're supposed to take. Only you. There's nobody else who's going to walk around with you. I've told you, ladies and gentlemen, when you're on this journey of spiritual growth and you're getting out, doing a lot of things for yourself, new paths and new journeys, there is people that are going to leave behind. There is people who will never understand you. It is not your duty and it's not your job to explain to these individuals what is happening in your life. They will join you if they want to. If they don't want to join you, you're supposed to keep moving and you're supposed to keep going, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to recognize that at some point you've become unstoppable and you're on this path that is bringing you a lot of fulfillment, okay? Spiritual evolution, enlightenment, abundance, more love, more happiness, more joy, more peace. It is something whereby you are waking up every morning and nobody is forcing you to do anything. You are just getting out of your comfort zone and you're just starting this journey of growth. You're not being forced, you're not being pushed, you're actually empowered and you're actually very inspired to do something without having to feel guilty about anything, that somebody is pushing you on the back to do something. It is the only person pushing you on the back is the universe, because that path is supposed to lead you to a lot of growth, and that path is supposed to bring you a lot of abundance on your journey. On top of that, you're supposed to inspire and help a lot of individuals around you, because I've told you, chosen ones, you are gifted in so many different kinds of ways. You are creators. A lot of your creative abilities have been suppressed by the environment that you've been involved with, toxic environments especially. A lot of people, sometimes you're even married to people who don't want you to evolve. You've been trying to do a lot of things with your wife. You've been telling your wives or your husbands, okay, so let us go on this path, let us do this, or let us do that. And so many people have been telling you, hey, listen, you don't need to do that, it's a waste of time, and just stay where you are, stay in that little box. People have always tried to put you in that little box because this journey of spiritual evolution, it scares a lot of people. There's people who don't understand this growth. There is people who cannot even fathom, they cannot even imagine it in their heads that anybody can wake up in any morning and they do that path, or they embark on that path that you've decided to take. A lot of people, they may think that it's even easy until they actually try to do it. That's when they're going to know that that is a path that has only been designed for you. Again, you're going to also go to meet a lot of people who are doing something similar that you're doing. They're on a similar path like you, but you're also going to see that they are also unique in their own way. So you may actually be doing it may be in the similar category of things that you're doing, but you're going to realize that your path is actually very, very different from the people around you. You do not have to worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is a path for you. It is your destiny, and it is your assignment. And again, it is an assignment like no other. Be ready for it. Prepare yourself and make sure that you get all the tools you need and all the energy you need, because that path is coming, chosen ones. Whether you want it or you don't want it, it is coming to you, and you're going to be actually open to that path and follow the journey of growth. And that is the journey that will change your life forever. And until then, I hope you guys resonate with this video. Let us know in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session with me, ladies and gentlemen. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.